2020 2020 had been very difficult year for everyone, the entire world. Let us hope and pray that 2021 is not so painful, rather it is a very happy year, and we have mental peace, we have good health, we have good entrepreneurs, we have good future, and this is what India believes, and this is what India is indicating also. Today, 4th February, there is a special session taken by students for the students. So that is the first experiment Prizdale Ourja group is doing. So young friends, we are very happy to see you here. 3 of you at least, those who are presented today. And it's a new beginning. You are creating a history, a new history for Prizdale Ourja group. So all the very best. The topic is innovation and entrepreneurship. Friends, innovation, entrepreneurship, sometimes it appears as if it is very complicated thing, a very difficult thing, but it is not so also. Many groups, many organizations, many schools are doing it, and they are very much into it. So we want to understand today what miracles all of you have done, 3 of you at least, and we would invite other friends also to say something if they have done something not very big, even very small, but a different thing. Like Shiv Khera always says, winners do not do different things, they do things differently. So even a small experiment is done, a small innovation is done, which can give a path for a new product, new service, new management, or new business model that becomes entrepreneur. So all the very best. God bless you. Uh, from Chitkara International also she had joined. Arushi or looks like whether that girl.
Sir, Anjali Navraj is here.
Acha, she is here.
She is here. She is very well here since beginning.
Okay, good.
Welcome, friends. It's a good opportunity to interact with you, to see the good work that you have been doing and the good things that you all are planning to do, and to understand that, to know that, to see how you all have been doing. We have invited 3 young friends. We have Aastha Das with us. We have Archisha Arun and Anjali Navraj. They have shown that with hard work, with determination, with willpower and commitment, nothing is impossible to achieve. This is the time of young achievers. This is the time when 10, 12-year-old CEOs are available, when under 20 children are earning millions. There are CEOs of the companies which are appointed by selection process and they are 22, 23, 24. So age is something not very much related with experience. No doubt with experience there comes maturity, there comes gravity, but not necessary that age is something which is burden to achieve some great height. What is more important? That a path, a right path, and believe in themselves that they can achieve and do something very great, something very extraordinary. So today we'll be starting with Aastha Das. Aastha has been a success story. She has started SHERO Solutions. She is founder and CEO of SHERO Solutions. What she is doing, that she will tell, that will be much better. But what I can tell you here, you can see the left side, all these awards which she has been receiving by her, she has been receiving over the years. Floating Pitch Competition, winner of Best Gen Startup Award, Supernova Challenge, winner of James Global Innovation Challenge 2019, Business Simulation Competition Awards. He got James Star Award in 17. Then Kita Mobile App Designing Competitions, he could do Outstanding Achievement Awards. Many years he got Chevron Raiders Cup, Gem Star Award. Again, he won Cisco Girls Power, Dubai Offshore Sailing Club Award and James Award again in 19, and Outstanding Achievement Award in 19 and 18. And this is just beginning. She is a class 12th student in Dubai. And her journey, her success story, her achievements will be guiding force to many of us, to almost every one of us. So I'll request Aastha to please come forward.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful.
Just a second, I'll stop, please. Aastha, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful introduction. I'm really humbled, and thank you for having me here. If I could have this screen sharing right, so I can start sharing my.
Do you have videos?
Nope, it's only presentation.
Then please share. Please share.
Just a minute. I believe it should start recording. Start. Just a minute. I'll just leave the meeting and join back again. It's not allowing me to share.
I think it should.
At the bottom, you can see share.
But
Remote
it's
stop video share. You're not able to see?
Anyone can say it's on, so you can share. Well, sharing is not off.
okay. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just fix this.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
In the meantime, Anjali, Beta, who all have joined from your group?
Sir?
From Anjali's group, who all have joined from Chitkara group?
So from Chitkara, you can see my coordinator Archisha ma'am is joining.
Arushi ma'am and anybody else?
Sir. Yeah,
Good evening.
sir. How are you, sir?
Good, good.
Thank
Yes,
you
it
for-
will. I hope everyone can see my presentation.
Yes, we can see.
So hi everyone, I'm Aastha. You already know me from the wonderful introduction that Dr. Arun Prakash gave me. He's actually he was my principal when I was in kindergarten, and I know him since then. So yeah, it's quite a long time from kindergarten to year 12, which is grade 11 in CBSE curriculum, and this presentation is about something which is very crazy, which we all face it in one point or the other. We all want to do it. And it's just a boost of motivation that you take that first step. So I'm sure most of you will like have this crazy idea, that one idea that's so crazy and you're so passionate about it that you want to do it, but you think that, oh, but is it possible? Well, that's called as moonshot, and I'm going to explain further. But before that, I'll just have a brief introduction about myself. So I'm the founder and CEO at SHERO Solutions, and I'm also founder and CEO of Inner Youth. Along with that, I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at SHERO Properties. It's a hero in real estate here in UAE. I'm an innovator, tech futurist, podcaster, Gen Z, and I'm also UAE's youngest entrepreneur to have a legally registered startup. And some of the achievement that Sir was mentioning about was the best Gen Z startup award. That's where this picture is from. So the competition was to compete against 800 plus startups from 75 different countries. And intimidatingly, every startup was owned by adult, but SHERO Solutions. So I was competing with 800 adult entrepreneurs presenting mind-blowing idea, and out of 800 I came into top 10 as the winner of the best Gen Z startup award. So along with that, I got a seed funding of $10,000, as well as after that I participated in a floating pitch competition that allowed me to set up a company here in UAE. So we won the competition, and setting up a company in UAE is completely different process than in India. You cannot set it up unless you're 18. And when I set it up, I was 16. So luckily they had a special policy for me. So yeah, and if you want to know more about me, I have my Instagram handle here. You can always reach out to me there. But the entire process of me finding a startup started with one crazy idea that was to change and revolutionize the word safety for women in the entire world, and to bring about a change that we, along with equality, we focus on equity for gender of all sorts, as well as progress exponentially. And that's what is keeping me going, is keeping me determined to find what awaits in this journey. And what I said before, my goal is the moonshot. So what is moonshot now? Moonshot, does anyone know what moonshot is? Any hints? Nope. Okay, I'll go ahead. Then, so moonshot is basically, you know, when I talked about the crazy idea, so that's the crazy idea that entrepreneurs, several people take in order to lead their journey. So my crazy idea led me to finding SHERO Solutions, to finding Inner Youth, and becoming an entrepreneur. And this crazy idea varies from person to person depending on the skills. And yes, that's how moonshot is. But every entrepreneur has a moonshot, and depending on the moonshot, their journey is defined, because they follow the moonshot in order to become successful in order to grow in life. So I have an example here of Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google and as well as Alphabet. And he had the moonshot of becoming or joining Google and taking it to different places. And he had a very humble background. He wasn't privileged to have already set up business and to join and become the CEO. He struggled he went to IIT Kanpur. After that, he joined University of Wharton and joined Google in 2004 as an employee. And since then, he uses innovation, creativity to accelerate the way Google works, and he became the CEO of Google. So over here, the question is that Sundar Pichai, whatever he has done till now, is it because of him following his moonshot according to a degree, or is it because of him following his moonshot because of creativity, skills, and determination? So Sundar Pichai is successful, we all agree, but at the same time, there are several entrepreneurs, 7 different individuals that focus on skills and innovation, and they drop out of college in order to become successful and find their moonshot and work on it. So Steve Jobs, we all know, we love Apple, or everybody has seen Apple, and Steve Jobs is the creator of Apple. But before Apple started, he had this idea this crazy idea, which he was like, he told people, and people were like, no, it's never gonna happen, dude. How will we have a mobile device which has all our information on our hand? How will we have a computer which we can carry it everywhere without it being so bulgy? And Steve Jobs was like, yes, it's crazy, and that's what makes it different, and that's why I'm gonna follow it till the time I am satisfied and I find a new moonshot. So his crazy idea, which was completely crazy for the world, he followed it, that moonshot, and he became the Steve Jobs that we all admire and founded Apple. So he did not do it on the basis of a degree or because he went to college. He did it because he had this different set of urge, his different set of skills that he wanted to explore, and he wanted to work on the moonshot. So he dropped out of college. So yeah, there are individuals that follow their moonshot and become CEOs like Sundar Pichai, who have gotten into traditional academics way. And there are also people like Steve Jobs who drop out and find their moonshot and work on it till the time they're satisfied with themselves. So now we have like a pretty basic idea of what moonshot is, but I would like to help you guys to find your moonshot. And moonshot depends on various activities like your mindset, your passion, your determination. So right now we'll go under a process called as meta thinking, thinking about your own thinking, and we're going to find a moonshot. So moonshot differs from your mindset, your passion and determination. How is your mindset? Is it exponential mindset, or is it a very fixed mindset? Your passion is the moonshot that you have chosen. Are you really passionate about it? Or is it just because people are doing it? Like taking example of engineering. How many students are really passionate about engineering versus how many students are doing it because, well, everyone is doing it. Maybe I'm passionate about it, maybe not. And if you're not passionate about it completely, then you won't find your moonshine. You won't be that happy in your life further down the line because you're not enjoying what you're doing. And of course, when mindset is there, passion is there, determination also follows. You have your mindset ready, you have your passion ready. If you don't have the determination, you won't be able to continue with the moonshot. You won't be able to reach the end line and to feel, okay, this is what it feels like when I have worked hard, I have worked diligently on something that matters, something that has a powerful impact, something I love to do, something I wake up every day in the morning and be like, yes, today is the day. I'm going to focus on this because this is something I love to do. If you don't have the determination to follow through, then your moonshot is not going to work 100%. Now, coming back to mindset, exponential mindset, what is it? So we know about growth mindset, we know about exponential mindset. Growth mindset is taking one step, then two step, then three step, then fourth step. In terms of if you have a stairs, you take one step, two steps, three steps, four steps. You're going in a like numerical value. You're going in a very straightforward value that you're growing, but your line is like this. Your growth is like this. But what happens in exponential mindset, exponential growth, you take one step, then you take two steps, then you take four steps, then you take 8 steps, and it gets on doubling. So your growth is just not this, your growth is this. It's instead of going a very landing slant, like a growth mindset, your line, your meta thinking process, your mindset will be at such a state where okay, this is a problem, I know how to solve it, I'll solve it quick because problems are not the end of the world. Okay, I failed in this, I learned from it, I continue. So having an exponential mindset is important, especially if you take situation that we have. I'm sure you all must have seen Mission Mangal, the movie about space. And they said, okay, you cannot go to Mars because, well, Mars, it's far away. How's it possible with an aircraft as light as that with very minimal oil? But they had an exponential mindset. And that's where things got different. That's where that scientist stood out the most because of his exponential mindset. And that crazy idea of taking India to Mars first changed the course of Indian Space Agency. So finding your moonshot, you need to have that exponential mindset. And having that exponential mindset changes the direction of your passion and your determination. Exponential mindset, when you have that, you automatically feel passionate about things you want to do, and determination just follows. If mindset and passion are so strong, the determination follows automatically. You wake up, you're like, yes, this is the day I'm going to create a startup, or this is the day I'm going to finish this innovation and get it patented. So that's how you find your moonshot. And here's a quick little activity. This is what I like to do in my sessions, whichever ones I take. I'm not a very chatty person. I want to interact with other students and great minds like you, and see how you react to what you're learning. So if you could please log into menti.com and type this code, and we'll have a small activity where you mention your passion, and also think about the process which I told you earlier over here about meta thinking, and come up with a moonshot. So if you could just take the code, I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'm going to show you on the Chrome screen. Just a minute. I hope you could see the screen. So the code is mentioned here, 184915, and I want you to mention your passion. What are you really passionate about? And you can have multiple entries, and your passion can change in the future. So this is not the passion you are like, okay, what if it changes, and what if I don't like to do it anymore? That's natural. So just mention the passion which you're really determined to do about now. And if you have been told that, okay, academics is my passion, I want to get into, well, IIT JEE, if that's a passion, if you have been told, then maybe it's time to find another thing that amuses you the most, because academics is not the end of the world. And I'm going to talk about it later on the speech. So about how academics, what is the relevance of academics right now. But yeah, inclusion and innovation, that's really cool. Inclusion and innovation combined can create a larger impact than we can ever imagine. Anybody else wants to add in the passion section? Guys? Or if you want, you can even speak, you can unmute yourself and you can share it on the platform if you're comfortable with it. Okay, so it's 4:02 right now. Okay, it's different timing in India, but we'll take 2 more minutes and we'll see how many response we get. So biological sciences and human rights. Wow, that's really wonderful. That's the combination of both are so cool. So I'll talk about what I'm passionate about till the time you guys put in your inputs. I'm passionate about, again, inclusion, innovation, creativity, as well as gender equality and equity. Equity is where you're not just creating a platform where everything is equal, but you're creating a platform where everyone stands equally. So if I have certain amount of, like, if you see in right now in the system, women earn less than men. And though there's equality, that they have the same opportunity, they don't have the same access to the opportunity. So that's where equity comes in, having the right amount of access for each individual, by creating a sense of inclusive society. Okay, impacting people, really nice. I like that. There's also a statement for it, greater good theory, where you work for impacting other people's life. So maybe you could research more on that. My passion is about numbers. So mathematics, that's really cool. So maybe you can become the next mathematician and search what these numbers brings you in life, because numbers are something which is tricky yet very interesting. It can be in your favor, it cannot be in your favor, and that's what I really like about them. Anyone else? Or should I move on? Okay, I'll go to the next slide. Now your moonshot. What is your moonshot? Now you know your passion. You know that, okay, you have the passion. Now thinking from an exponential mindset, what do you think your moonshot is? What do you think you want to wake up, you want to follow that path is? Okay, till the time people are typing it out. Let's say I'm gonna give a slight example of Elon Musk. His moonshot is actually about Tesla. When he introduced the idea of Tesla, he actually came to the CEO of Apple to sell Tesla, and Apple was like, nah, nope, electric devices, electric cars are never gonna work, because it was so crazy of an idea that everyone was like, nah, why should we buy the company? It's not gonna work. It will cause us loss. But now Tesla made Elon Musk the richest man in the world to make education available and affordable to all. Wow, that's really cool. Maybe you can also add quality of education. That will take it one step further. Quality of education to be equal, to be all, and that's where equity also comes in. Okay, we're going to wait for another 2 minutes and see how people are writing the moonshot. So Elon Musk's moonshot, I was saying, was to digitalize the automobile world. So with Tesla coming in place, people were like, okay, how are you going to do it? What? This is a crazy idea. You should not invest your time and money into it. How are you going to set up electric charging stations? How are you going to make sure that the car does not burst? How is it waterproof? How will it sustain different kind of damage? But now if you see, Tesla is one of the safest cars in the world, yet sustainable, where even if you meet an accident, Tesla will like predict it before the major accident and save you from having a larger impact or injury. Create interest of people for numbers. I like that. Yeah, I know a lot of people have phobia for numbers. I sure do. Numbers are not my best forte, but I get my hand around words to ensure inclusion comes in workplace with certain sense of dignity and diversity. Wow, I love that. Inclusion differs from cultural aspect to abilities aspect to gender aspect. So cultural means having all races involved in. Uh, uh, Gender aspect means all sorts of genders, girls, boys from the LGBTQIA community, and any ability ability sense, it means that you have these special abilities that makes you different, that will create a sense of dignity and diversity. So special abilities can vary from dyslexia, autism, physical special ability. That means if you are using a wheelchair in order to get to places, or you're using some kind of communication devices that helps you communicate the way you think with other person, so that's also there. But yeah, I really love that too. Okay, so I guess we should move on. Or are you guys doing it again? Let me know in the chats if you want another minute. Yeah. So we'll just continue to move on. I'm going to change the screen sharing to back to the presentation. So I hope you can see the presentation. So now you know what your moonshot is. How will you launch your moonshot to come to a place where you achieve what you imagine? So moonshot thinking comes with operating system. Your operating system is your brain, your mindset. So it's all about mindset when it comes to launching your moonshot. When you launch your moonshot, you also need to ensure that the landing is there. There are several landing points, because following the path of moonshot is not always easy. It's not always straight line. You are gonna face a lot of hurdles, but it's your exponential mindset that will tell you, okay, I failed in this kind of landing. Okay, I'm gonna work on the method again, and I'm gonna try another form of landing. That means if I want to create equality and equity for all in terms of inclusion, okay, I failed to convince certain amount of people about bringing in inclusive access to different kind of technologies. okay, I'm going to try another way, but from another one's perspective. So moonshot landing is really important. And then it comes transformation about your project, your moonshot, as well as transformation about yourself. So you need to transform when you follow moonshot launch as well as moonshot landing. You already are transforming your project. You already are transforming yourself. You'll see that when the person you were when you started following your moonshot versus the person you will be now are completely different, because you have grown so much. Even though you fail, you actually are not failing in achieving your moonshot, because you're not the same person you were when started. You fail, okay, in terms of textual or practical way, but you did not fail in terms of growing. Your self growth is there, and that has accelerated miles. You are more articulate, maybe you're more confident with the topic. You have changed at least one person's mindset about that certain topic you have chosen. So yeah, that's how you launch your moonshot and how impactful it is. There's no negative aspect of moonshot. It's always positive and accelerating. Now, as I said before, coming on to the one of the most important part of everyone's life, everyone, us Gen Zs especially, that to value traditional academia less and value skills more. Google, though Sundar Pichai was graduated from a Ivy League school, which has a 9% rate of getting into college, he is employing people who have this rather than this. And it is because people are transforming. Degrees no longer define your abilities. Your skills define who you are and how progressive you will be in future. And according to World Economic Forum, 60% of us Gen Z are going to be employed in jobs that doesn't exist today. And it's upon you whether you want to really embrace that moonshot and become one in that 60% who is employed in job that doesn't exist today, or become and transform yourself so powerfully that you become that one in that 3% that employ that 60% in jobs that doesn't exist today. Do you want to be a job seeker, or do you want to be a job creator? Do you want to transform your life from working for somebody else's dream or working for yourself, while having a very comprehensive, inclusive, as well as very robust platform for others, that 60% to work under you? So I'm just gonna rephrase it, reiterate it again. You want to be that 1 in 60% that gets employed in job that doesn't exist, or that 1 in 3% that employs that 60% in jobs that doesn't exist today? And this is only possible with that exponential mindset, that crazy idea that you need to follow from day one. And it will change, but it won't change in a way, okay, you will completely pivot from it. It will change in a way that you have improved your idea. So yeah, and before we move on to Mentimeter, I'll actually take you through my website and show you what my moonshot has gotten me so far. So just a minute. Safari. Share. So SHERO Solutions was born when I was 15. I participated in Global Innovation Challenge, and that's how this entire idea of creating a comprehensive system for women empowerment came in place in terms of safety. So this is a core team: me, my Sheetal Joshi, and Anil Das. I'm the founder and CEO, as I mentioned earlier. Sheetal Joshi is a co-founder and COO, and Anil Das is a CMO. So right now we have a team of skilled entrepreneurs and skilled individuals working on the project itself. So here's just a little brief about me that I mentioned earlier. You can always go to www.sherosolution.com and search more. but I'm going to take you to the... Okay. So this is a main page, SHERO Solutions. It's how it looks. And we have actually patented all our technologies as well as devices. So you can anytime go on the website and look into it. If you want to contact us, we're always available for any kind of support you need. But yeah, that's what my presentation was about, finding your moonshot. And I hope you feel really inspired to work on something that you love and take on something which is challenging and which makes you wake up every day with a smile on your face that, yes, I'm going to do this today. So yeah, and here are my details. If you want to contact me, I'm always available on all of these platforms. Thank you.
Thank you, Aastha. It was great to listen you, to hear you and see your journey. And daring something very difficult is the moonshot. Thinking something which do not exist and we don't know how to reach there, and just decide that somehow we will go there. We will invent our way is how to reach there. That's what moonshot, and that's what, in fact, world has changed by the people who had moonshot. World has not been changed by slow changes where there, no doubt, slow improvement is always there, but always something big had come up by the people who dared something extraordinary and wanted to do, and they had that a step taken, because the first step when you take, after that things become easy. Everyone start helping you because solution comes. Problems are there, but finding solution of the problem is the challenge of life, and that's what we enjoy when we enjoy each and every moment of life with the overcoming challenge. Without challenge, perhaps it becomes very dull life, but with the challenges, with personal challenges, challenging of the society, challenging of all the people, when we are affected, then we come out with something. So thank you very, very much for being with us, discussing with us. We'll invite to be a part of our resource person team and discussing with the people in future with other seminars and webinars. Prizdale Ourja is doing work for the education sector, where we are trying to provide the best possible educational tools and tricks and everything to each and everyone. We are live at Facebook at the moment and also on live on YouTube. And now we'll have with us Archisha Arun. She's also a class 12th student in Shiv Nadar School at Noida. She and her team of 5 more children have participated in Capstone Challenge. This Capstone Challenge is something different, where children are challenged that you think some problem of the society, something which is bothering you, something will be helpful to others, and you can come out with something by which you can try to make some change, some impact in society. So Archisa and her team have worked, and her team members being a class 12, it's difficult for many of them to come join. So she is representing her team and telling her whatever she has developed and what she has made. And as a result of this Capstone Prize, the entire team of 6 persons were sent to Geneva to some laboratory, and they were given all paid trip by the organizers. So that's what she has done, and she has developed a product that is under patenting. They have started process. So I'll request Archisa, please come forward and give your presentation and your work that you have done, the way you have been working along with your friends.
Thank you so much, sir. That means so much. And hello, everybody. My name is Archisha, and I'm a grade 12 student, as sir said. So before I start, I must say I'm incredibly blown away by the work Aastha has presented, and I'm really excited to share the work we've done. And as sir said, I and 5 other amazing people have been a part of this capstone project, and we were called Team Silver Lane, and our project that we presented, Project Silver Lane. So today I'll be representing my team and explaining the work that we have done and where we are at so far. So I'll start screen sharing and share a little bit more what it is about. So am I completely audible to everybody? And you can
Yes,
see
it's
the
available and available. Yes.
All right. So I think I'll start by explaining what the Capstone project was. And like Sis said, what the challenge was we had been assigned was that we had to come up with a problem which we wanted to solve, something that was a social problem, and it could be anything, but it had to be something we wanted to solve and present a solution for. And this happened in grade 10, and my team, Team Silverlane, was thinking, what kind of a problem would we like to solve? What was it that we actually wanted to do? And let me tell you, we weren't prepared for anything. We had really no idea what we were going to do. We couldn't even decide what problem we wanted, who did we want to help, what we wanted to do, and we were really, really confused. So as we started going through the process, deciding what we really wanted to do and what it was that we wanted to solve, we visited an old age home in Faridabad. Now, this was the Vishwanatha Ashram, and it's located in the Faridabad border. And when we visited this old age home, and to give you a bit of a background about this old age home, it has rescued individuals, senior citizens, and their van goes around the NCR and it rescues the abandoned elderly citizens, and they do some amazing work, and we were extremely happy to get the opportunity to visit them and further research and our whole project as a whole. So that's where we went to the old age home and we met these amazing individuals. And when we did go over there, there was something that we definitely noticed which stood out to us a lot. What we noticed over there was the elderly over there had a lot of trouble walking. Most of the individuals had to be on the floors because even the bed was too dangerous for them, and a lot of them had difficulty in walking. Many had to crawl, and they even had a second floor where there were a lot of stairs. There were elevators, but the stairs were the main way to go up, and it contained the ICU and a lot of extra health facilities that were necessary for all the other citizens there at the old age home. So we noticed that there was a clear problem and they definitely needed the assistance in walking. And we were extremely touched by what we saw, and we definitely understood that this is something we all wanted to help and we all wanted to create a solution for. We wanted to make sure that these individuals that we had met at the old age home would be able to walk. And that was the first time when we all were completely sure, yes, this is what we want to do, and we were going to go ahead with it. And that's how we started. And we started doing research first and understanding what the whole problem was about. So to give you a bit of a statistical analysis, this is from WHO, and a few statistics I have for you are that falls are the second leading cause of accidental injury deaths worldwide. Approximately 28% to 35% of the individuals aged 65 and above would fall each year. And I'm talking about stairs, like when they fall, the injury that is associated with it is extremely severe, and we did need to find a solution for that as well. So what we had in our mind was, if we wanted to help the elderly be able to walk, be able to climb stairs comfortably, and be able to do that in a safe manner that would reduce the number of falls and would be cheap and affordable for everyone, we really needed to know what our options were. What was the regular walker like? So yes, the regular walker was light, it was foldable, and I mean, it could be folded and compacted and kept away, and it was easily available. But what we noticed was you really couldn't use this on steps and ramps. And if you actually wanted to get a sturdy, proper walker for this purpose, it would be very hard and definitely not one that was affordable for the old age home we were working on. And as they had various other physical disadvantages, that was definitely going to be a challenge, and we definitely had to focus on that as well and keep it as a priority. So that was what the regular walker looked like. So now let's read the exact project statement that we had come up with. So making senior citizens self-reliant by designing a walker-cum-stepper that we had designed. And this would also be a walker that should be able to climb stairs, be able to climb ramps, and be something that can be easily used by the elderly and by anyone who's handicapped or injured. So in our research, we found out that there were certain walkers that had tackled this issue. In fact, Shalini Kumari, a then 20-year-old, had designed such a walker, and she won the Ignite Award in 2011 for the same. She basically wanted to create a walker or a project that would help her grandfather be able to climb stairs easily, and that's how this project was born. And this was a great inspiration and definitely a starting point which we had kept in mind when we were working on our own project. So now we go through Silver Lane through the stages, basically the ideas we had to go through when we were coming up with our project. Now this is the first sketch you've seen. This is the first ever solid idea we had ever come up with. And I wish I could say I drew it, but I didn't. And so this is one of our very fancy ideas, which we still want to work on. We had thought it would be adjustable. We would create like alarm systems. We would even have a GPS tracker. We thought we went crazy in this process, and this was the first thing that we had ever. I think we can even see our first medicine reminder feature we did want to have in this walker. So this is the first thing, the first actual physical thing we ever submitted. And we've started coming with 3D models. This one is one in Maya. And as we were going for this, we wanted to see what kind of mechanism would actually make it possible. So my team visited factories to look at a hydraulic system which would probably help the legs of the walker be able to ascend while they were climbing upstairs. And this was one of our first initial prototype ideas we wanted to consider for our walker. And as we presented our various prototypes, we noticed this was actually an idea which very many people did want to see happen, because the many people we had actually spoken to had various elderly members in their family, and they too shared the concern that they couldn't find a walker like ours, which would also help them climb stairs, or one that was very easily available or affordable for them to help the elderly members in their family. And that kind of motivated us to understand that yes, this was a real thing that people did want to see, which would definitely be a great help, and that kind of motivated us to go on and go ahead with this idea. Okay, this is a PVC model which we were working on in the initial stage, and this is the one that we submitted so that it would be modeled, the final one, based on the PVC one. This is the rough structure. So what you see is, this was used to explain the motion of the walker. Our initial idea was that if a walker is four-legged, then the first two legs should be able to rise up, match the height of the steps, and be able to lock in such a sturdy position that then the person could then climb up the stairs safely, and later they could make the walker retrieve its original position and be a flat one, which could be used on regular walking surfaces. That way it would finish both its purposes. It would be able to climb the steps, and it would also be able to be used on normal walking surfaces. And this is what we call the gear walker. This was the walker that's most similar to the one you saw by Shalini Kumari, and it uses a gear mechanism. Essentially, as you see those slotted houses in the walker over there, they are the ones that are going to lock in place. You're going to use a lever that'll loosen up the gears you see, and then as you go towards the stairs, because the gears have loosened up your walker, it'll be able to reach the steps, whether if it's descending, it'll go down. And once you leave your lever, it'll lock into the position, and then you can descend your stairs. However, this mechanism was going to be extremely heavy, and it wasn't the best mechanism for our target audience, definitely not for the old age home we wanted to go for. And this, like I said, was very similar to the existing idea already. So we had to go further and come up with a different mechanism. And the current mechanism we are right now is a type and bolt action mechanism. So it consists, I'll talk about the main part, and there are 4 important points to this mechanism. There's the lever, there's the tie rod, there's a housing and slot mechanism, and there's a tie pin with the spring attached. Essentially what is happening is, you'll have a lever in your walker, in your 4-legged walker. You're gonna push the lever up, and as you push the lever up, it is going to release your tie pin and make the front legs of the walker adjustable. So you can change the height of the front legs of the walker now, and all you do is, if you're ascending the steps, close the lever on, and as the front legs adjust to the height of the steps, then release the lever again, and now the tie pin will get locked into the slotting mechanism. And as you can see, the various slots, it has a wide range of heights of steps that you can adapt to. So once you've done that, you've chosen the height of your steps, it's done. Now you can leave the lever, and the walker will be sturdy enough to climb the whole stairs. And once you're back, just release the lever again, and then the legs will drop, and adjust the height of the plane surface that you are at, and then you can leave your lever again. So essentially what we do is you push the lever will, the front legs become adjustable, it goes to the step or plane surface where you want, and then you leave the lever again. This allowed us to ensure that while the walker was adjustable and able to climb the steps as well, we weren't compromising on stability and it was providing the necessary support. So this is what the prototype does look like. And it's not there yet where we do want to, but I'm very happy to say that we've been able to take this back to the old age home. And some of the participants who had never walked for a very long time, for years, it had been years since they last walked, had been able to walk on using this walker. They even climbed stairs, they ascended, they descended, they were able to walk on plain steps. And this had included a lot of feedback that they had suggested. It was lightweight and it was something that was very easy to use for them. And we've been getting a lot of positive feedback, and we're really excited to work on it further and be able to give this to them in huge numbers so that they'll be able to use it better. And we also took this for some medical advice, like, was it actually the way we wanted it to be, and what were the improvements that we could make? So then we visited the ESI hospital in Faridabad, and there we showed it to a specialist who had a look at our walker and gave us his thoughts on what he thought the whole walker was supposed to be like. So he said that although it was a very nice, it was a sturdy walker, we did need to work a little bit more on its stability, and that has been one of the most important factors we've been focusing on and going over as well. And with the encouragement and positive feedback that the doctors have given, we're extremely excited to work on it further, and we're very positive that we'll be able to give this walker in a very short period of time to the old age home and extend it to a larger market, because we definitely see the demand for it and are extremely excited about it as well. So that brings us to the end of Project Silver Lane. And let me tell you, that's not the end of Project Silver Lane. We're going to do a lot more ideas because, as I said, we have many ideas we're extremely excited to try out. We're going to work for an alarm system, a GPS tracker, and we have been entering various more competitions to be able to get more feedback about it. We've entered a lot of STEM tests, and we are extremely humbled and thrilled by all the feedback that we've been given so far, and we hope to be able to improve our project. And I'm sure my team would be extremely happy to be able to tell you the work we have done so far, and I wish you the best from them as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Archisha. It was great to listen, to share to your views to all the people. I am sure they will be enjoying the journey, they'll be enjoying the challenge, they'll be taking it further. Before we go further, we'll request Basing sir to give his blessings and comment to these two children, and then we'll go further to the Anjali. She's waiting. She has done tremendously good job, and we'll be talking to her. So, sir, please.
It's really very thrilling and very innovative ideas we got from both the young entrepreneurs. And as you rightly said, future will be with the children only when we have younger and younger, 10 years, 11 years, 13 years entrepreneurs in our society. So wonderful work both of them have done, and they have already achieved a good level, good confidence, and they have shown extraordinary courage. So all the very best. God bless you, and good luck to next Anjali participant also. Anjali Navraj.
Anjali is doing a lot, many good things. She is from Chitkara International School. She has got 94% mark in class 10th, a star student of school. But along with that, she has won and actively represented the school in Dimond Challenge in prestigious university. So, thinking something extraordinary, believing in themselves that I can do, and not by affected by the negativity which is surrounding in our society, is something which we all should know, we should encourage. So Prizdale Ourja is just a beginning. We will be doing lot many programs, and on this forum we request all the principals, all the teachers, all the parents to let us know the young achievers, what they have achieved, what they want to aspire, what they want to do. So this we want to develop a platform where children like Aastha, Archisha, Anjali, and many more are showcasing their challenges, showcasing their journey, and motivating lot, meaning the generation of children, to motivating them to achieve something. So Anjali, all the best. We want to listen your great work that you have been doing, that you have been performing, and let us know about your educational journey as well. And also we want to know how you manage your education, and we want to listen from others as well. When you are studying, there is always say that there is too much pressure to study the board itself. We are in the board, we are in the class 10th, we are do anything doing becomes very difficult. But there are many people who can manage very good education also. At the same time, lot many other things also. So how to do this multitasking? I think this is one thing also we want to listen from you, which can reach to the most of the children. So Anjali, floor is yours.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful introduction of mine. I will begin my screen sharing for my PPT. Just a second. I hope you're able to see my PPT.
We can see.
Thank you. So, good evening and hello to everybody. My name is Anjali Navraj, and I'm currently a student of grade 11 at Chitkara International School, Chandigarh. And today I'm here to have a very important student to student interaction with all of you, especially in the pandemic, to talk about the little success that I could have as an entrepreneur, or in other words, my entrepreneurship success story. But before I begin, I would like to ask a question to all of you. How many of you are afraid of doing something new, afraid of coming out of that comfort zone, afraid of being an entrepreneur? Probably I'm one of those. To talk about myself, I'm just a normal student. The only recognizable fact about me is that I scored well in class, and as you might have seen in Sir's PPT. But I must say that one mere decision of mine completely changed all of this. Last year, I, along with my team, participated and won the Dimond Challenge 2020, which is an entrepreneurship program powered by the Horn Entrepreneurship, which is one of the world's top global high school entrepreneurship program at the University of Delaware, United States of America. Our idea was featured and shortlisted for the semi-finalist round in the Summer Summit. To talk about my journey, it is something hardly these points can capsulize. I learned about Dimond Challenge back in 2019 from school, and the following weeks have been rigorous. I made a decision that yes, this was my opportunity and I had to participate into it. And mind me, the decision was not easy to make. Last year, I had one of the heaviest burdens that a student can have, the grade 10 board examinations. But in spite of all the odds, the decision was made and I had to participate. So me and my partner began researching upon the areas of problem that we could work upon. At this time, the popular Nirbhaya case verdict was being debated in the court, and it clicked to us that something in this field needs to be done, something that could eliminate completely crimes against women. So in the following months, we brushed up our idea continuously. The school has been supportive at every phase, and from a hazy idea, we arrived at a market-ready product. Snitch, as I mentioned earlier, is my 2020 project. It's a women's self-help device based on technology and ideas of self-help, and has gradiented chloroform as a brush that helps to make the oppressor unconscious in situations of sexual assault and rape. This year, yet again, I've touched upon a very different topic of life sciences and medical. Kathama is my 2021 project, which is basically an injectable digesting system for the patients of chronic kidney diseases. The entire journey has been a momentous learning experience. Learning, as Leonardo da Vinci said, is something that the mind never exhausts, never regrets, and never fears. An idea is not what you can sell into the market. You need a product, and that is what exactly we did. These slides showcase how we went about into the making of Snitch. Like every company does, we decided upon a logo, a tagline, we have a targeted marketing scheme, a costing, and a production channel. Pipelining all of this is how we were able to get lucky and have our little share of success. But I don't feel like this success is mine or my team's. The entire school faculty have been so helpful. My principal, my coordinators, the experts that they provided us from the universities who helped us into building all this is all their inputs. So I learned from them that it's not any limit that you can achieve. You can accomplish anything if you wanted to, if you just had the wits to do it. And if I can do it, you can essentially do. So you just all need to do is get a wild of fantasies that you have inside yourself, get into an idea, market it, build up a fiscal setup for it, and know your consumer profile. And above all, have firm belief in yourself. Because if you don't have that, you can do nothing. A firm belief in yourself and the Almighty. And now, my friends, I shall ask you again, after knowing my little story, are you still afraid? Thank you so much.
It was really great to listen you, Anjali. You have very beautifully explained, and you showed us that with determination, with courage, with right planning, with blessings of other people associated with you, you can achieve anything. And that's what is need of the hour. Now our country is talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. We were wealthiest nation in the world. We were the top industrialist nation in the world. When America and Europe were nomads, we were writing Vedas, and we were having Ayurveda, we were having all the developments. Metallurgy of India, the clothes which were made in India, the medicine from India, spices from India, what not. Everything was going abroad, and whole world was purchasing things from India. Due to invasion from the foreign rulers, from the Britishers, we reached to a situation where our economy was systematically spoiled, but not our spirit, not our ability, not our history, not our goal, not our aim. And India is regaining its power, not reinventing, the regaining its power, and that will be possible only when people like you, children like you, students like you, youth like you will take challenges. India is the youngest nation in the world, and presence of such entrepreneurs and hundreds of children are there all over the world who are taking challenges and coming forward. And that's what the new century, new situation, new years, new time is supposed to be Indian time. India has already started gaining politically. Almost entire world is failing somewhere. India has shown its path. Maybe it's a why this vaccine we created, or in the pandemic we could control our spread of the coronavirus. Together, country was strong enough together to sustain the economic meltdown, and now leading the world in medicine and in this time is something which will be only possible when people like with you are there. So we have great friends with us who have been there with us. But before we go further, I want to listen from Sambhavi. She's a student of class 9th. You can tell, please, what do you feel and what is your takeaway with today's discussion that we discussed with these friends, your friends. So, Sambhavi, if you can listen me and audible, please tell.
Yes, sir.
Please.
So it was very nice to listen all of three, and I'm very inspired. And now I think I can also do something to find my moonshot and have come over with my own idea. Thank you so much.
That's good. Finding your moonshot and trying to do something is great. Kaushik sir is with us. He is senior person with us who is guiding us. So, sir, we want to listen you, and please start your video as well. Everyone would like to see you and listen your, get your blessings. He's our resource person and has been conducting many workshops. Perfect, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Raji gave me opportunity. Really, I'm impressed, and this session has been really wonderful and learning a lot. In fact, I salute these young shoulders of my country to take more risks and more responsibility to show the path to others also. Really, it has been an enlightening experience to share this experience really with you. Thank you very much. Hats off to you girls. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Rajendran Narula ma'am is here. She has joined in early morning from USA. So we'll love to listen you, ma'am.
Ma'am is there.
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yes, he's here.
Actually, it's my privilege to be amongst these young guns, the entrepreneurs of the next generation, and they are doing wonderful things. It is great to hear about their innovations and the kind of spark they have for entrepreneurship. Excellent, Archita and Anjali and Aastha. You've done wonders, and you are great torchbearers for the next generation of your all the friends who are hearing are getting inspired by you. Thank you so much. It's wonderful hearing you and your ideas.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. That's really nice, and your help and your ideas has always been very helpful to us. Chandni Kangar, ma'am, she is our technology person. She is our guide. She helped us in lot many things. So, Chandni, ma'am, we want to listen you.
Good evening, everyone. And yes, first of all, congratulations to this little young ladies. Yes, who has a lots of ideas, innovations, and creativity. And sir, we used to say that we used to say to many people, you are born with a golden spoon. But I would say here with the modification that yes, these girls are born with a golden spoon of talent, technology, innovation, entrepreneurship qualities, leadership qualities, and much more, where they can put everything together and come up with lots of new ideas and encourage others also to be there. And in this era, that it's the sky's the limit. Yes, of course. So that's what you have proved today. So once again, congratulations to all of you, and let all your upcoming years also be such a bright and with a colorful journey that you come up with. So keep it on.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And Arushi, ma'am, is here with from Chitkara International School. Ma'am, if you please tell something. And some other
Thank you so much,
things
sir,
of
for
some other parts of Anjali which she has not told us. I'm sure she is much more talented than what she has been telling us.
sir. First of all, it's a great opportunity that I hope everybody can hear me. Hello? Yeah, can everybody
Yes,
hear
we
me?
can listen. We can be audible.
Open your window, ma'am. Can you open your window?
You open your the video, ma'am.
Yeah. So I would open my video, but there's a connection error that I'm facing.
Okay, no problem. Please.
Yeah. So, sir, thank you so much for offering this platform. It's a motivation for each student who spoke, and it is such a delight to hear these young girls doing such fabulous things. When it comes to innovation and becoming entrepreneurs. I think that this platform should just widen, and I wish all these girls all the very best, and maybe see them as successful entrepreneurs in the coming future. And they should be sharing a global platform sometime soon. I wish you all the best, everyone here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. We have Seema Srivastava. She is here from DPS Bilaspur. So if we request if she can tell something, कुछ बताएं हमको इस प्रोग्राम के बारे में. She is teaching political science and other things. Seema, can you listen me, please? Okay, maybe connectivity issue. Okay, so anyone else want to say before we invite Thapar sir? Because it's always good to invite Thapar sir.
I want to share one
You
thing.
will be.
I'll share a few ideas, but before Thapar sir, what a pleasant coincidence! All three girls, their names start with A.
Yes.
Anjali, Archita, and Aastha, and Arun.
Next time.
So, Thapar sir, and then I'll share a few innovative ideas we have seen around us.
No, sir, we invite Thapar sir. In the end, there is one benefit. Because when he speak, people can quietly leave.
No, it's not like that.
Yes, sir. Thapar. Mr. Thapar.
Thapar sir.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
It was a pleasure. Unfortunately, I joined a little late. I missed out Aastha's session, and I could join. I joined when Archisha was talking about some walker, and then I heard Anjali's session. Aastha's, I had seen her work earlier. Her proud mother, had shared the website that she had prepared. I think today, did she speak about the website?
Yes, sir.
It was wonderful watching these girls coming out with their skills, their talent, their confidence. And yes, Anjali, we all times feel a little nervous of going ahead with what we have in our mind, with our heart. I always tell my students that we should not feel shy to come out with whatever we have in our hearts and minds. Because if we will feel shy, then we'll not become good learners. So, and I also say, I give example of the birds. If each bird decides that she will chirp only when she is the best, the forest will become quiet. So let the birds keep chirping. Let us all try to put across our talent. Now, we are very few over here. That is one thing which was there in my mind, but then that also doesn't matter. It is said, and it is true, that only 5% of the people in the world make the change. The rest 95% people do the average thing. So those of you who are here today, you are the ones who are going to change the world. And the energy and the talent which you are showing, it really motivates us that you're going in the right direction under the guidance of your teachers, your parents, and more importantly, your own self. The kind of learning that you are taking on is amazing and very motivating. Keep it up.
You are muted. Dr. Anprakash, you are muted.
So, thank you, sir. The team which we have with the resource person have been working very hard to make the webinars enjoyable, fruitful, and learning for everyone. So we are conducting lot many programs, and in every Thursday we have some program, and lot many other things will come. But before we go further, we will like to request our patron, Dr. Bisi sir, to give his closing remarks and future plans.
Friends, big compliments to all three of you. You are really doing a wonderful work. जैसे तापर सर ने कहा कि 5% people bring change. So you are the change maker, you are a torch bearer, you are markers. So all the very best and God bless you. Some of the innovations we have seen around us, a small innovation I want to share. There is a school called Mahamaya School. There are 4 schools in Noida. And one of the school principal is Ma'am Pratibha Chaudhary. What she did, when children came in class 6th, she get them enrolled with the Allahabad Prayag Sangeet Samiti, and they were learning along with their classes about music. They got 6 years certificate, the degree, when they passed out class 12th. And immediately after 12, they set up their own setup, music studio, and they start earning. They became entrepreneur. That is one example we saw. Friends, एक टूथपेस्ट कंपनी ने एक हायर किया एक एजेंसी को कि और सेल इज टू बी इंक्रीज्ड. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन हुआ 2 लाख रुपीस का. उन्होंने 1.5 ईयर 2 इयर्स लगाया पूरा रिसर्च करने में, और एंड में एक छोटा सा आइडिया दिया. कहने के लिए आइडिया इज वेरी स्मॉल. आइडिया उन्होंने ये दिया कि आप जो माउथ है टूथपेस्ट का, उसका जरा साइज बढ़ा दीजिए, उसका डाया बढ़ा दीजिए, क्योंकि हर इंडिविजुअल का एक लेंथ होता है, जो लेंथ वो टूथपेस्ट का ब्रश पे लगाते हैं. तो वो लेंथ सेम रहेगा, लेकिन उसका क्वांटिटी और वॉल्यूम बढ़ जाएगा, कि सेल इंक्रीज हो जाएगी. दैट वाज द आउटकम. बट डूइंग दैट they took 2 years time, 2 lakhs rupees, and they did lot of presentations. So sometimes ideas are ऐसे देखने के लिए लगता है कि बहुत छोटा सा आइडिया है. आप अगर वो मान लिया ये दे रहे हैं जो अर्चिता बता रही थी, तो उसमें थोड़ा सा इम्प्रोवाइजेशन भी आपने किया है, उसको एटलीस्ट अगर कर दिया वॉकर अप में, तो आप देखिए कि वही रिसर्च और इनोवेशन is a great innovation. People admire it, they relish it, they enjoy it. It becomes very easy. So any one of you, whoever Anjali ने जो बताया ideas, so ये इस तरह के कुछ ideas we are seeing around us. Hindustan Times paper around 10 to 12 years back, it was not the paper we see today. इसका size used to be very big. एडवर्टीजमेंट या पेपर्स का कोई सेटअप नहीं था. तो अगेन उन्होंने 6 लाख रुपीस में एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया कि हमारे पेपर का वैल्यू इंक्रीज होना चाहिए. एजेंसी ने काम किया अगेन 2-3 इयर्स, और उन्होंने फिर उसको फिक्स्ड सेटअप क्रिएट करके दिया, एक स्ट्रक्चर बना के दिया उन्होंने कि पेज 3 रीडर्स. अब आप कई बार सुनते होंगे वी आर पेज 3 रीडर्स, इनर वॉइस, इस तरह के कुछ आर्टिकल आते हैं वहां पर. एक सबको पता है कि कौन किसको किस पेज पे जाना है. स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज जाना है तो पेज 11 या 13 पे जाना है. तो वो पूरा स्ट्रक्चर क्रिएट किया. फ्रंट में टॉप में 3 ऐड आएंगे सिर्फ. उन्होंने किस तरह से वो सारा लिखा जाएगा, एचटी का जो लोगो रहेगा, ये सब करने में कंपनीज ने दे अर्न lakhs and crores giving wonderful ideas. Sometimes ideas are small, but they are presented in a great manner. So important ये है कि आप अपनी हाइप कैसे बनाते हैं, विजिबिलिटी कैसे क्रिएट करते हैं, अपना आइडिया अपीलिंग हम कैसे बना सकते हैं. हम देख रहे हैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कार्स आ रही हैं, हम देख रहे हैं एयर शो चल रहा है बेंगलोर में. आपने सुना होगा न्यूज में 14 countries are participating in that. So और इंडिया का जो वैल्यू अब निकल के आ रहा है वर्ल्ड के सामने, in spite of all damaging efforts being done by many, but India is outshining, and I think people like you will take lead. So we wish that we see you in higher positions, good positions, and sometimes, rather all the time, we say we are proud of you, having you, and having connected with you. So that is the wish and the prayer with the God. Thank you, friends. जो other students भी अगर कोई ग्रुप में हैं, कुछ कमेंट्स देना चाहें, हम बिल्कुल वेलकम करेंगे आपको. फ्रेंड्स, अगला जो हमारा नेक्स्ट थर्सडे होगा, थर्सडे नहीं है, 12 और 13 को टीचर्स प्रोग्राम है. टॉपिक्स उसमें बहुत ही इनोवेटिव टॉपिक्स हमने लिए हैं. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का जमाना है, तो ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी के ऊपर हम बात करना चाह रहे हैं. हाउ टू हैंडल डिफिकल्ट पीपल, अनरीजनेबल कन्वर्सेशन पे बात करना चाहते हैं. एमटीपी, मैसिव ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव पर्पस, एक न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट है वर्ल्ड ओवर, उस पर बात करना चाहते हैं. और हम इस तरह से डॉक्टर साहब, व्हाट इज द फोर्थ टॉपिक? So there are 4 topics which have been notified, and next third Thursday we'll talk with the principals on school development plan, how to make it sustainable and solution focused. एंड ऑफ ईयर आ रहा है, एंड ऑफ ईयर में सभी स्कूल नॉर्मली रिव्यू करते हैं, नेक्स्ट ईयर की प्लानिंग करते हैं. So overall school development plan for 5 years, for a decade, for 25 years, there are different models in different schools. So they talk about it. So we'll be talking on 18 February with the principals on this topic. Or 25th Feb, fourth Thursday, we'll be meeting the school founders and we'll talk how to create, how authority levels can be created, how empowerment can be done down the line. हमने लास्ट प्रोग्राम किया था विजन और मिशन के ऊपर, तो ये प्रोग्राम है. बट आई इनवाइट ऑल अदर फ्रेंड्स टू स्पीक, से समथिंग. कितना अपील किया आज की बात, कितना हमने आपको मेस्मराइज किया, कितना आपको नए ड्रीम, नए सपने आप देखना शुरू कर दिया आपने, डॉक्टर कलाम जैसे कहते थे. सो क्या ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आने वाला है कुछ लोगों में?
So the fourth topic that we were talking about is basically how to manage our digital universe.
Okay,
So
digital universe,
digital footprints, because we do a lot of mistake in social media today, and we pay its price in future. So how to maintain, how to control, how to totally shape our digital universe, that will be another topic that we'll be talking about. So 4 very important topics which are apt, which are needed for today's society. So any one of you, any friends want to add something, want to say something? Any of you, Anjali and Archisha, want to say some? Aastha had to join another seminar, so she has just requested and she has left just 2 seconds before she has left. So Anjali and Archisha, if you want to say something.
No, thank you so much, sir, for inviting us, and we wish you luck for the coming webinars that you're going to organize. It's wonderful to see that these so innovative topics are being talked about, and we would love to join them too.
Please, Archisha.
I think just as Anjali said, it was an amazing opportunity, and getting to speak with Anjali and Aastha has been an amazing experience. And I'm really thankful to everybody who did attend and had heard what we said. It was an extremely exciting opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to everything else that's going to follow it. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. And this program will be available on YouTube. So those who have not seen, will be able to see it afterwards, and they can revisit and get inspiration and give their comments. We'll request every one of you to please go to our web channel, YouTube channel, like and share, and be part of Prizdale Ourja group in our learning journey to share what we know and learn from each other. So thank you very much. Thank you every one of you to being here.